Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I have been MIA for a little bit of time here on YouTube, and about on a daily basis it's been crossing my mind on how much I want to share on this channel for a few different reasons that there are there's a boundary between personal and public. There's also people that I know in real life that watch my channel, and I don't even know all the people that do watch, and there's a lot of layers to it. And I do try to be as truthful and transparent as possible while still being relatable and not getting too much into my own stuff. That being said, moving forward and always, moving forward with my channel, I do want to share more and more of who I am and my journey, because I find that when people do reach out to me, it's because of that realness that I offer. And so if I am going to be here in this crazy, crazy land of social media, it is sharing the realness of the real world, which we don't get a lot of here on the internet. I will say that one of the struggles I've had, one of the last videos I posted, I don't think it was the last one, but one of the videos that I posted at the end of January, the bag of chips video, that was not my last bag of chips. And just over 3 weeks ago, I've had some, how will we word this? There's been a lot of turmoil in my immediate environments. And there were some changes made that needed to be made, but still hard nonetheless. So I basically just tried to be as kind to myself as possible, to be as loving to myself as possible, and to surrender to whatever cravings I had. That being said, everything I consumed was plant-based and vegan, but there was a lot of fried, there was a lot of gluten. There wasn't a lot of gluten, there was a little bit of gluten. And there was a lot of just, okay, whatever this thing is in my reach, I am choosing to consume this because this is what I need right now. And I was saying affirmations, hopefully it wouldn't do too much destruction on my body. And I just, I had this like tireless hunger, and knowing myself from the past, it's often to suppress the emotions that are surfacing and the things that need to be dealt with and the abstract things that I don't even know what they are that have to be dealt with. Yeah, it was crazy. It still is crazy. But yesterday I just all of a sudden gained this strength, this courage, and I woke up yesterday morning and I said, today I'm a raw vegan. And I did a whole day raw. It was very high fat. I had a lot of salads. I probably ate like 3 pounds of kale covered in like oily dressings, but it was not ending my day with a massive quantity of carbs or fried food or whatever it was. So it was definitely in the right direction, and I feel really good about that. So emotional stuff, that's more important. I just kind of mentioned the food because I'm drinking a smoothie right now. I think my cats just did something. Okay, so emotions, yeah. things are a little crazy. There's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of change coming up in the next few months. And there's a lot of not really knowing what my life is going to look like 6 months from now. To be totally transparent with you, I am on a daily basis battling with thoughts of quitting school. I'm not going to quit school, but there is part of my mind that's like, give up, stop, simplify your life, blah, 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 blah. But I just, again, I love what I'm doing so much, and I have this like battle going on within. So there's a lot happening. So anyway, with all that has transpired in the last 3 weeks, but also probably in the last 6 months, year, however long things take before they actually come to the surface, I have realized that a lot of my own health problems and a lot of the anxiety right now, the emotions, the depression, having those low days, and the days where I feel completely unmotivated to get anything done, still showing up to work, still showing up, I still get my ass out of bed every morning. But I've made all those dietary changes. I've been able to see glimpses of vibrant health, but it was such a struggle to keep going. I shouldn't, one little plate of food that's off plan shouldn't completely throw me off track. On the flip of that, I shouldn't even have wanted that. I try not to put shoulds in myself, but I'm totally doing that. And so I know, this has been such a long journey. I know that there's more to it. I know that eating a high fruit, high raw, maybe fully raw diet or lifestyle, life instead of diet, lifestyle. The way I think, that I eat, that I live, there's a missing piece for me. And I believe that missing piece, part of me knows that missing piece is an emotional component. It's the inability to let something go, or it's the holding on to something I don't even know is there. So I have made the decision after, off and on researching for about 10 years, I have made the decision to embark on an ayahuasca journey. I always thought that I would do it at some point, but I didn't think it would be this immediate and in this way. I thought I would, go to South America, and I would go to the jungle, and I would stay a long time, and I'd do all that. But I realized that I need it now. And I was so fortunate to stumble across a retreat center that they don't actually advertise on the website. You just kind of, discover. Everybody kind of finds it in their own way, that they do offer it. So it's about a 2-hour drive from my house, and I'm going to be staying there for a weekend. I'm going to be doing an ayahuasca journey ceremony on the Friday night and on the Saturday night, and then returning home on the Sunday. My intention, they say you need to go into this with an intention. It is a medicine. It is healing. It's not a, let's get high and go on a trip and have fun. This is deep spiritual work. And I know this is a little, controversial for some people, and so it's kind of hard for me to share, but at the same time, there might be someone else out there who's either, if you're watching this and you've done it or even thinking about it, I'd love to start a dialogue. I've made the decision. Okay, let me talk about my intention first, because I'm starting to talk about that. So my intention, I have 2 intentions that kind of work together. one of my big intentions right now, above all else, is to develop for the first time in my life a really strong relationship with myself. I'm literally on a mission to fall in love with me, to fall in love with Kayla. And along with that, I want to find out what the root is of why my body kind of has these blocks to healing, why I can't feel good no matter how well I eat. I mean, some people, they cut one food out of their diet and it changes their life. And what is it? I want to find out what the root is. Where did it start? And I want to go on that journey. I want to feel like infinite, abundant self-love, and love for all around me. And another thing that I'm very ashamed and embarrassed to admit is that part of my mind can be very judgmental of myself and of others. And this is something that I'm working really hard to overcome. Before I even embark on the journey, as soon as I've started to notice this about myself, whenever there's a thought, I immediately replace that thought with something kind. I try to see something, I see something in that person that is beautiful, that is wonderful, something that I aspire to have more of in myself, to incorporate more of in my life. And I believe that there is a root to all of these, because I don't want to be a judgmental person. I don't want to be a closed off person. I don't want to be at the mercy of my emotions and constantly trying to drown them out. I want to be wide open. So as I transition into, I've got, oh my gosh, like 12 days until I leave now. As I transition into, there's a dieta or a ayahuasca diet. There are certain things that you need to eliminate. A lot of those things I naturally eliminate, just the way that I eat. But I'm actually trying to do the next 12 days very high raw. I might do every day raw. I might do every other day. What I want to try to do from now on is match my cooked days with raw days or more, as the fruit festival is less than 150 days away now, which is super exciting. Yeah, so I know that reflecting on my posts from when I have been on a raw diet, I'm so much more connected. I'm so much more grateful with life. I feel so much more inspired, so much more creative, so much more kindness to myself and others, and just, just lighter. And so I want to go into this ceremony in that light place. So this is 12 days before I go, and 12 days? 11 days, because today is Monday, right? Oh my gosh, it's Monday. So 11 days. Is that right? Yeah, 11 days until I leave. Yeah, in 2 weeks, like, I'll be back already and be sharing my story. Today, where I'm at, I feel like there's part of me that has been locked up for my entire life. I feel like there is part of me that, with everything that has happened in the last little while, I feel like I've, finally given that aspect of myself a window or a microphone or something to come to the surface. And there's a part of me that it's almost like she's been not been able to speak for her entire life. I feel like there's a part of me that I have never allowed to come to the surface. And when I cry, it's her being sad. And when I'm sad, I'm also really happy, because every time something is released, it's like there's one more layer peeled away. So I'm very grateful for this channel, for any viewers that I share this journey with, whether it's today or whether it's 5 years from now. I think moving forward, this is going to be a little bit more of a raw documentation of this journey. I just wanted to... Oh, sorry guys for the ugly cry face. I wanted to share with you because some of you have, been so supportive along the way, along the ups and downs, along my presence and non-presence and all of that. I do share a lot more regularly on Instagram just because it's a lot easier to do. That's just kind of how it happens. But you get to see me face to face on here, so that's kind of cool, right? I am going to try to document the journey leading up to the journey. Because as soon as I made the phone call, as soon as I called and I committed to doing this ceremony, I feel like the work already began. And I'm gonna leave this video at that, and I'll leave that as a topic for the next video, either tomorrow or the next day, wherever it happens. I'm not going to make any promises, but it will happen. There's definitely it's like this energetic connection happens as soon as you make a commitment, and the work begins to happen. And it just like going raw or going vegan or starting a meditation practice or going to the gym or any positive change you make in your life, what you expect to happen very rarely does. And changes happen in the most unexpected ways. So I thank you all so much for sticking out for this super long video. If you're okay with the long videos, let me know. I always try to make them short, and I always go above 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I've got today. Feels good to be back. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.